Seyia.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Family and Moonlight presents 25 years of Sailor Moon.
Yeah! I love that tune!
Who here knows of Family and Moonlight?
Yay!
Okay, alright.
Moonlight knows Family and Moonlight.
Alright, for those who do not know who Family and Moonlight is, basically we are fans that actually put the fans in the front seat. We actually spotlight you on Facebook, our website, DeviantArt. There's a group of us. My name is Margaret. I go by Lily Chan online. My mascot artist, Angel Moonlight, Chrono Tensei, who normally comes down here. She is up in Anime North right now. Don't know why, but she is my mascot for Sailor Moonlight. This is just a list of who's all here. Past staffers are, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Judy Moore, cosplayer, local to Raleigh. I usually go by Lydia online, and the other half of Aqua Evolution Cosplay, please.
I'm the other half of Aqua.
I haven't been in cosplay for more than 6 to 7 years, and this costume debuted here in 2010. For those who were here in 2010, you might have recognized me. I was with a whole group of people. Seyia, Seyia wasn't here. Saki-chan, Sarah, Miss Dream, the team from MissDream.org. Ellie was here. So this picture is actually from Gen Con from 2011. But I'm also, I'm actually from Ohio. I am 34 years old. I've been a fan of Sailor Moon since 1997. I travel throughout the conventions to try to educate everybody from Sailor Moon to little to adult. Anyways, I am a fellow freelance artist in traditional or digital, and I'm a photographer, so if anybody needs photos of the pictures, you can find me for the rest of the weekend. Moving on.
Anyway, that's me. I've already mentioned myself. I'm 33, but I've been watching Sailor Moon since, again, itty bitty. And I've been cosplaying for 8 years with this one over here.
Yep.
And now you can introduce yourself.
I'm Jess. I'm the other half of Aqua. I don't know. What did you just say? Whatever. We're local. We do this con. Sailor Moon.
All right.
And now Cookie.
All right, Cookie.
I'm Cookie. I've been cosplaying since 2005. I primarily do Sailor Moon cosplays, but I really love the Sailor Moon musicals. As you can see, I did like an original Super Moon from the musicals there. This is based off of the new musical, Neptune's the Best, Sailor's Envy. Just the best. I love shiny things, and yeah, I'm really excited to be here.
You said you used to be from Salaman Soldiers.
Oh yeah, I used to perform with Salaman Soldiers, which is a Mew tribute group that's based out of Ohio. Just a little too
Midwest now.
Yeah, it's a little too far for me because I'm North Carolina based too. So I usually enter costume contests. I win them. Yeah, that's me. Woohoo!
All right.
Now that we've got
Richard.
who's lovely?
I'm the loud one. I'll use it. I've got this.
Okay.
No, that's the one that looks somewhere else.
All right. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. All right, that needs to go in my sack.
All right.
I don't know where you put your sack.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's right here.
All
So I'm Seyia. I've been cosplaying since this con was still at the Sheraton. I think it was 2006. Yay, Sheraton! Yay, Sheraton! So yeah, these pictures are all me at the Sheraton, and then this is all here. I also recently got married, and that's me too. I got married to our camera guy.
He's actually recording this for those who are unable to come today.
Yes. So, as you can see, I was also in a Princess Serenity dress at my wedding, because that's how I roll.
Made by this one right here.
Yeah, Cookie made it. And that's my story. I think that's a pretty good story. Good story.
All right. Today's years of Sailor Moon. Then we're gonna roll to an act pose contest, and then we have a ton of news that we're gonna share with you. Then a trivia contest, and those who have tickets, we're gonna be doing door prizes soon. Did everybody get a ticket? If you did not get a ticket, raise your hand.
People who just
Keep your hands up, keep your hands up. And then finally, we're gonna do a cosplay contest. Whoops. Ready? All right. 25 years of Sailor Moon. I'm going to try and draw. As you can see, we started with the manga, debuted in 1991 in December.
And we had the anime classic started in March 7th, 1992, and it ran until February 27th, 1993. And then the Sailor Moon anime R season came from 1993 to March 6th, and then to March 12th of 1994.
Okay. Sailor Moon R, the movie, originally debuted in 1993, which we've all seen, hopefully seen in the movie theaters recently.
Who actually went to go see it in theaters recently?
We did!
Twice.
Oh, you,
Who was in cosplay when they
why
went?
did you have them raise their hands? You just must be.
Gosh. All right. Sailor Moon Super debuted in March 1994, aired until February 25th of 1995. Sailor Moon S, the movie, debuted in 1994. Then we went to Super S in 95 to 96. And then the movie, the Super S movie, debuted in 1995. And then finally Stars debuted in March 9th of 1996. As you know, there's a running hint, March. I don't know what that's hinting, but it's hinting something. Maybe. And it lasts till February of 1997. And then we have the musical.
So the musical started in
Don't go too much in it.
Okay. It started in 1993, and they ran for quite a few years until they went into hiatus in like 2003. There were 4 moons, and they separated them into the stages based on the moon to the original view. And then they finally came out of hiatus a few years ago, and actually I was fortunate enough to be able to go and see La Reconquista and Petite Étrangère in Japan. I watched them over there, and they were amazing. But yeah, no, they did they're currently running the 5th musical. Even though it's called the Final Movement, they're probably going to still continue on like they did the original run of the musicals. They did it all the way through Stars, and they're just that's the start right now.
Seyia, get out of the shot.
But yeah, no, the musicals are strong. Maybe they hinted that maybe they'd come to America next year. Maybe.
Please.
Yes, please.
We have to keep begging and spreading our word and say, yes, we want the musicals to come to the U.S. And then the Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon live action drama series aired in October of 2003, and it lasted until September 2004. And then finally, Sailor Moon Crystal aired back in July 5th, 2014. Went to, the first season lasted until July 18th of 2015, and then season 2 aired in April 6th, 2015 to September 28th of 2015. Did I get that right? Yep. And then finally the 3rd season that currently out since April 4th of 2016 to June 27th of 2016. Yes, there will be a season 4. So. Yes.
There's no dates. There's no dates.
There's no dates right now.
They're just like, yeah, we're gonna do it.
Yes.
Oh yes. This is the topic here. As you can see, this picture is lovely from SailorMoonCollectibles.com. Since 2014, the reboot of Sailor Moon Crystal, we've had a ton of new merchandise. As you notice, a couple of new items up here, along with the original merchandise that came out in the 90s and the 200s. Just be
got more
careful
coming in.
when you're going out and getting merchandise. There are knockoffs and bootlegs, and when you go to purchase items, just be very careful when you're looking for those. Best places to look for the latest merchandise to keep up with the latest news is SailorMoonCollectibles.com on Facebook or on her website.
And there's also Moon Kitty.
And there's Moon Kitty.
Up to date.
That would be Brad. He currently lived over in Japan for a while. I think he's back over in Aussie now.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything to share? with any of the merchandise over the years?
Some of my favorites. Okay, she was talking about bootlegs a little bit. So, how many of you are familiar with the Sailor Moon art books?
Give me a second.
Story. It's a good story, you guys.
No, not that story. Not
Here,
that
I
story.
got this two books.
No, that's another story. So the Sailor Moon art books, there are, they can be so many bootlegs, and they're sometimes hard to spot. So, I've actually got an example down yonder, as you can see it.
I got them.
I've got, the green one is actually a very good bootleg. I mean, it's a good bootleg. It's still pretty.
Okay, I got them.
Now, one quick thing about it, I'm not doing that very well. One of the biggest things that you can tell on the...
Here, I got the original.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, perfect. So, somebody with a finger.
I had to take it because we don't have enough room to show everybody.
I must have fingers real
You got it? Is that your bootleg?
Yeah.
I have a bootleg down here too.
There we go. So there we go. You can see the difference here.
It's a solid sheet versus,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I just kind of wanted to display that just because this is probably one of the most common, I feel like, one of the, not the most commonly bootleg,
That
but it's a
one
higher price
in
bootleg.
volume 5 is too.
Yeah.
What
Just
is
in
it?
general.
I know a lot of you guys. Did one of my buns come off?
No.
No, we're good. The mic thing came off. Oh well.
Seyia.
Never mind. All right.
Also get out of the frame.
Most of you are probably trying to get your hands on, there's 5 art books plus a material book in an Infinity book, and I actually have my Infinity book here. But when you go to look for these prices, ask the questions about the rice paper that's in here and make sure it's official. Next thing, look at the prices. Make sure you can actually get these at a decent price. Vendors nowadays think, oh, they're worth a lot of money. Let's fork them over $500 to $800 to $1,000. No. Seats down here. These books, you can actually get between $25 and $40 if you look hard enough. I'm able to get it, you can get it. Infinity book, do not pay $15,000 for it because it is not produced by the same company. It's produced by Naoko herself. And the binding will go. So if you ever get a hold of the Infinity book, be careful and make sure it's okay. I paid $700 for mine back in the day, which I wish I didn't. I got a couple other people that paid $100 to $500. You're able to get it to that price. Don't let the vendors tell you, oh, it's worth a lot of money, blah, 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 just because these are not over here. These will come over here. Just keep your hearts open. They will come. They did say they bring them over and they will be here.
Yeah, I actually have 4 art books. 2 of them are, one's an obvious German bootleg, but it came with its package. But yeah, it's a very obvious bootleg. But yeah, and I've got this bootleg, which is a very good bootleg, and then I've got 2 originals. I got them for $125. You just got to know where to look. Correct. And some of the other fun little merchandise that we have, some of the new fig arts, and just because I know she's really, really proud of it, we have the Space Sword.
This is the letter opener.
Yeah. How many of you have seen this online?
Yeah. They like jokes.
I got it for $90 on eBay.
That's not bad.
Yeah, this is the closest we've got since the 90s of the replica of the sword. There is a Deep Aqua mirror, which I have and I'm not bringing because it's a mirror and I don't want a lot of bad luck. But it's gorgeous. It sold for $80, I think, and now it's running for about $300. Correct. So sometimes if you keep an eye out, you can actually grab them before they become limited.
All right, moving on. Just a sample of these next couple slides are just a sample. You've probably seen all these over the years. These are the reprints of the manga. This is the 3rd generation. Is that book still out somewhere?
They have them all in the dealer's room. It's awesome.
Okay. These are currently out. They took the volumes down from 12 volumes down to 10. The thicker books should be somewhere. Anyways.
It's still 12.
It's still 12?
It's
Okay.
still 12. What they did was they took all these side stories out of the backs and put them into their own books called the Star Stories.
The
So
Star Stories, yeah.
it's 1 through 12, and then there's like two in the short
And
story
then
books.
there's another one that's just like
Okay.
Yeah.
You good? You
Because
good?
the original run is $18.
Yes. All right. Seyia?
Yes.
You have your mic?
I am a mice.
All right. Well, you might want your mic because we're going to be sharing.
Oh, it's story time.
It's story time. So, Moonies, who here has been fans since 1991? Okay. Yeah, close enough. It's okay. Anybody here from the late 90s? Okay.
95. Yep, 95.
Early 2000s? All right. How about recent right now? Thank you. All right. Do we have fans of the manga here? Do we have fans of the original 90s classic? Okay. All right. Do we have fans of Crystal? Okay. Do we have fans of Seyia, the musicals? Good. Okay. Do we have fans of the live action? Okay. All right. Do we have collectors out here? Do you guys collect official merchandise? Okay. All right. Now, Seyia, you get to walk around now.
I'm not doing that at all.
All right. Question is, when did you first start watching Sailor Moon? Raise your hand.
Well, you got it first. I started watching when I was a little kid, and I actually watched the geek version, like the dub. Can I tell mine real quick? I have a funny one. So the first time, okay, I'm trying. So the first time that I watched Sailor Moon, I didn't have cable growing up, but when I went to visit my aunt, she did, and she knew of this really cool cartoon that was on, what was it, ABC at the time?
ABC.
I think, was it on Fox?
Yeah.
One of those. Yeah, super. So she's like, hey, this is about like girls fighting, fighting evil. Maybe Erica would like it. So they sit me down in front of it, and I go, man, this show is dumb. and look, look at me now.
Obviously, she changed her mind. All right.
Yeah.
All right, raise your hand.
Stories.
When did you first start watching?
I started watching in 1995. I was 4. We had satellite for like 6 months. And I remember very vividly the very first episode I ever watched was actually not the first episode. And it was definitely the first episode where Sailor Moon becomes Princess Serenity. And
That was your first?
that was my first episode, Sailor Moon. And that was my mother getting really tired because my mom has fibromyalgia, so she can't like up and run all day long. And she had gone like down and said, okay, go watch TV. And said, only go between these channels. And I was just flipping back and forth between all of them because Pokemon wasn't on.
Then you found a better anime.
Yay!
Oh, well, there are a lot of you now. Okay, let's go.
I became a fan after I got married. Because this chick is a super fan, and so I kind of just absorbed that through osmosis. So, yeah, I'm still learning a lot about her. So.
You should talk to the camera guy back there.
I got you, fam.
I know you come over to this side of the room. I'm gonna come to you.
I started watching in 1991 when it was on Fox. My family also didn't have cable, but we were able to get Fox somehow with the rabbit ears. And I started watching it because at 4 years old, I was a big fat crybaby. And Sailor Moon showed me that you can be sensitive and, caring and really easily upset, but still do really, really good in the world. And I grew up to be a big fat crybaby who is still a functional person, but Sailor Moon was the big, first role model who told me I should do something really strong while not being perfect. And I watched it with her, and she would always try and make me play the boy instead of a girl. But from the beginning when we were 4 years old.
All right, we'll come back to this side of the room. Hi, this side of the room. Let's see. We're gonna go to the orange chair right here.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I was a fan since 1995 when I started middle school, believe it or not. And you know, I started watching, like, I don't know where exactly the first episode of Sailor Moon I watched was, but it was somewhere like during the first season. And I started collecting fan subs in the late 90s.
Yes, the V-kills.
Fan subs, man. Like, well, rather like, you know, more like mediocrely recorded Sailor Moon Japanese shows, but with like subtitles made by fans for fans. I remember those days. Oh my god. And then like, I didn't actually start cosplaying from Sailor Moon until 2011. That is a sad fact. But it's better late than never, I guess.
Yeah, I remember I had the V-Kill fan subs.
Oh my god.
That's how I watch Stars. All right, we're gonna come back here. We're gonna go.
Okay, so I started watching in like 1997, watched it on TV, watched the deep dub. And then what happened was I moved to Germany, started getting the videotapes from the store, and it was actually the first time I was about 8 or 9 years old, first time I saw the original with subtitles, and I was just floored. I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is a different show. And it was Sailor Moon Super. It was like the first 3 episodes of that season. I was like, this is wonderful. And also, the ending, Tuxedo Mirage, was the first song I ever learned in Japanese because I got that video. So, yeah.
How many more?
I want to share mine.
You want to share yours?
So I don't remember when I first started watching Sailor Moon. I just remember every weekend, I think somebody said it was coming on at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm pretty sure that was the one I was watching, because my mom would make me go out and help her in the garden, and I would sneak back in every day that I could to go watch it, and she would wonder where I was for 30 minutes. Like, how did it happen for that long? But that's one of my earliest memories of just how rabid I was about making sure I watched Sailor Moon. And I think someone said they didn't start cosplaying until 2011. I think we started in 2010. So better late than never. And now I'm running photo shoots here and doing panels. And I mean, I've even got my 2 favorite senshi tattooed on me.
Oh, yeah. I also did because Neptune's the best.
Okay.
Neptune for the win!
When I first started watching Sailor Moon I was sitting at home with my brothers. I have 3 younger brothers, trying to entertain them. So we were flipping around the TV, and this is back when Sailor Moon was back on Toonami. And we were like, what in the world is this? Needless to say, several years later, I went from watching it on TV, researching it, watched the manga, and here I am today, watching the anime, reading the manga, okay, and then running panels, and I've been cosplaying. I pulled this costume out of retirement, and it's been 6 or 7 years, but I started cosplaying back in 2008 with Dark Mercury at Otakon. So I went from Dark Mercury to Human Luna to Kagome and Kikyo from Inuyasha. And for those who are sorcerer hunters, I was Tira Musk. Yeah.
Yes.
But the red jacket only. No. I actually met the creator on that one. He declared I was her, so we left it as that. Moving on, the next question I have for you all. Moving forward to the future, what makes Sailor Moon so special to you in your day-to-day life?
Alright, come up here, 2 cat ears. So we're gonna pass that over.
Sailor Moon is special to me because for years I have dealt with PTSD, anxiety, and depression all at the same time. And when it gets pretty manic when I actually get into those dark places. I do think of I think of Sailor Moon, and I think Sailor Moon started my obsession with any type of glitter you can think of. So I literally have a little pink vial filled of glitter, and it's got like different kinds of beautiful glitter in it, and I carry it around, and it just helps me to kind of center myself when I just kind of feel down. And my favorite is Jupiter, so I kind of feel like when I do get into that powerful attitude, I think of the thunder of Jupiter, and it's so awesome. So I don't know, I guess hopefully new people who are learning about Sailor Moon, hopefully you can find what I found in Sailor Moon, find that confidence.
Alright, so I'm going to do 2 more. So I'm going to come over. I'm going to come to actually to the front. You just keep looking me in the eye like...
Oh no.
Let's come around here.
Well, I remember when I was younger and Sailor Moon was really my outlet to the real world. So, and I just remember coming home from school and just being like, ready to go do something else. I'm watching Sailor Moon now. And actually when I got my hands on the manga, my friend actually gave me the 6th manga for my birthday, the original 6th manga. So I kept reading that, and I read all of them, I collected all of them, and it actually helped my reading grade level jump from a 3rd grade reading level to a 9th grade reading level. So, that was all in the course of 3 years of middle school.
Alright, we're going to do 1 more.
Sailor Moon, I first got introduced to it by my best friend in high school, and it was the pink VHS tapes that they had. And they were the glowing ones. And
That's how bad.
And I didn't know much about Sailor Moon, but I had a really tough high school. I had 2 friends, and she showed me that, and it's hard for me not to get emotional about it. But she showed me the tapes, and I remember just being really like emotionally, drained and stuff. And they meant so much to me because the part where Darian gets taken away from Serena, like I held a lot of stuff in, and I was actually able to release it and feel human again. It taught me so much just about like interacting with people and learning to let go of things and to grow as a person. And you watch Sailor Moon go from like a crybaby to this really intense, powerful person who wants to help her friends and sacrifice everything, even her own life, just to help people.
So, one of the funny things of being an adult Sailor Moon fan, so some of you who know me personally know my car was stolen last weekend. I have it back. I got it back yesterday. But the funny part was trying to tell the police officer the distinguishing characteristics on my car. Because I have a Sailor Jupiter decal and a Sailor Neptune decal in the back. And trying to tell the officer what they looked like and what they were was probably the funniest thing of that day. So we've got Sailor Neptune and Sailor Jupiter. What do they look like?
And they were silhouettes too, so it's not like they had distinguishing features.
Just a white cutout.
You just say everything was in the car, including your CDs?
Yep.
But your nice CD was still there.
Sounds like somebody who did a joyride.
Yeah.
Figured nothing was there. Whatever. All right. We need some victims.
Or volunteers.
Volunteers. If there's any tuxedo masses out there, you should not be sitting down. You should be coming up here. But anyways.
I think
You can be in costume or out of costume, but we just need a...
Why don't you explain what we're doing?
All right.
We are going to do a contest.
There we go.
All right. How this works, most of you, I recognize some faces back there, but most of you may not know this, but I have tap poses on here. Basically what you're going to do is come up in front of the audience, and you're going to reenact the video that I show you. And the winner from that video will win a lovely little prize. So, go ahead and...
Oh man, Ash wants to do it.
I am not Ash, I'm Red.
It's okay, I'm not Lupin the Third.
Wait till this brings out starlights, and then we won't have that problem.
Oh no, they'll still call me Lupin the Third.
No!
There was another Seyia last year. There was, I didn't see her.
All right.
Do we come up now?
Yes. All right, we just need 3.
So we got red in the back.
All right,
red hair. Purple,
All right,
red.
one more. Oh, there's a tap. There's a tuxedo mask.
Yeah, go get it!
He's being voluntold.
He stared at me. That's kind of creepy.
Go home, Squirtle, you're drunk.
Tuxedo, La, Smoking Bomber! Damn, how was he able to repel my fire?
Can we have a volunteer so we don't have to be picking on Seyia?
All right, do we have a villain out there?
Oh, somebody, this guy.
I wrote that guy.
You're playing to the audience.
Just watch out behind you.
Careful. Tuxedo Loud Boomer.
Tuxedo plus Smoking Bomber.
Tuxedo, La, Smoking Bomber!
Villain, step to the right.
Step to your right, villain. Oh, don't reply. Villain.
Tuxedo, La, Smoking Bomber!
Our Lady Tux.
Tuxedo, Love, Smoking Bomber!
Alrighty. Contestant number 1, Tuxedo Mask. Contestant number 2. Contestant number 3, Lady Tux.
Who likes the villain? Who likes the villain? Everybody gets a prize. Everybody gets a prize. Thank you. You need to
Everybody gets a prize.
Okay.
All right. All right. I'm just saying with your signature, you guys have to
Hey, villain. Want people to play that?
All right. Okay, he's got a prize. All right. We might utilize you for the next
Sure.
You're so animated. I love it.
Number one.
All right. 3 more. All right.
Raise them high.
Raise them high. Well, they were really high. Oh my goodness. Okay. The one that's standing up. The one that. Oh my goodness. Who are we pointing at?
Supergirl, I think.
Supergirl? Is that who you're pointing at? Okay.
And I think in pink, we had her hand up.
In pink.
Really
The
fast.
one with the pink hair.
Okay.
All right. This particular video, since I didn't have the different clips, you get to choose which Sailor Starlight you want to be. So. Say if you want to do it, you can. You're just not eligible for a prize.
I'm not eligible for a prize.
But you're welcome to.
You're welcome to
You're
demonstrate.
welcome to show them when Seyia comes on to make sure they're doing it correctly.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Ready? And if you want to hear, just come closer.
We got this sound guy here. He's gonna.
Oh, here's the oh, I figured you were floating around. All right. There we go. It's in English. What just happened? What are we applying for? What just happened? What do you? Nothing happened. What do you mean nothing happened?
I was being funny because it's in English.
That's because I got it from, I think it came from, oh, what is that fandom? Star Fighter, something Fighter 4? Something like that. I think it came from them. It's a fandom series. No, there is no Duh the Starlights just yet. I just got this off, not yet. It came from YouTube. Okay.
It came from.
Are you good or do you need to see it again? One more time? All right.
Can everyone hear?
Okay, Taiki is
Healer. Or
no,
Baker.
You said you could not hear what he was saying? He does,
Taiki does, Star Gentle Uterus.
that's what,
The best.
I throw my uterus at you.
Careful, guys. You don't want to mispronounce it to make it come out really. We have little, I'm sure there's little ones back here, so behave yourselves up there. Okay, so, do you feel comfortable? You ready to go? You get to choose as much as I'm going to. All right, so.
Sensitive inferno.
Okay. Okay. So, no problem. And you're going to play to the audience. Go.
Star Sensitive Inferno! Yes. Yeah, I know.
All right, who goes next? Who's going next?
You want to go first or last? I'll go last.
All right.
You can do it.
Star Sensitive Inferno!
Okay. Star Sensitive Inferno!
Alrighty.
What would you have done?
Contestant number 1.
think the one has it.
Number one has it. Number one has it. Come down to the thank you. Alrighty. Moving on. Alrighty. 3 more people. Alright, 3 more people. Alright, Darkness with the. Alright, and then. Oh, come on. Where am I? Hush! That's why you did it. I didn't put it near it. Okay. I need my 3rd one. Alright. Purple shirt. And Luna? No? Luna? The one you. I thought you were Luna. I could be mistaken. Well, I can't tell with the. Unless you're. Are you Sadi or Luna or? Okay, that works.
You're adorable, and that's what counts.
All right. Yes. Oh. Sure. Okay, you're good? All right. It's okay. All right. All right, ready?
How dare you possess the princess, you evil villain! Prepare to be punished! Moon Twilight Flash!
All right. Where's our villain?
Hello.
Oh! All right, who wants to go first? Who's going first? We're going to go down the line? Okay. Go down the line. All right.
Twilight Flash. Skinny Colette, Ashokyo, Tiara, attack, Moon Twilight Flash!
Blah, 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 something about injustice.
How dare you come against her? Twilight, Moonlight Flash!
Sailor Moon! The only way to banish the darkness is with a stronger light.
Usagi, quick! Use the new tiara to reflect the moonlight onto him! How dare you possess the princess, you evil villain! Prepare to be punished! Moon Twilight Flash!
How dare you possess the princess, evil villain? Moon Twilight Flash!
Contestant number 1. Contestant number 2. Contestant number 3. Contestant number 4. I think it was clearly number 1. Oh my
goodness!
Alright, go ahead and come over here. Alright. I just wanted to say there was the little history about the tag post contest. Back in 2007, there was a very, let's see, Yoshinex. For those who've been to New York, who've been to Otakon, Yoshinex is a big Sailor Moon fan. He collects a lot of merchandise like your wands and everything. So he decided to reenact the pose from the task. A year later in 2008, we started the contest, and since then I've been continuing on the theme with the tack pose contest, just to give you a little history about there. This is a bonus video, and You're welcome to attempt it if you like to. If you want to.
Show us the video first.
You want me to show you the video first?
Yeah.
All right. Be aware.
I'm gonna need 3 fidget spinners and a can of Teflon.
Just remember, this is a bonus video.
Oh, and be careful of the stuff behind you.
You can also improvise if you want to because of all the twirls, but be careful.
Also, I don't think we need a villain for this one.
You want me to just play one more time?
One more time.
Slide down just a tiny bit. This way. Go that way. Go this way. Go to your right. All right. And just start. You'll be starting. Yes. Yes. Do we have a villain? That one's a...
We don't need a villain.
We don't need a villain. We don't need a villain.
Please don't hurt yourself.
Don't hurt yourself. And if you need to improvise, you can.
Okay.
You should move forward a little bit.
Yeah. Move forward.
I'm afraid to kick people. All right. Hold on. All right. So start out. Grab the one. Spin around. And go like that. Like that.
Next.
I believe. Girl. Okay.
Step forward a little bit.
Oh, okay. So like this.
Yep.
Rainbow Man Heartache!
Okay. Step forward.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got it. Throw your hands up. I did it.
All right.
I believe you.
Back in order. We have merchandise updates, musical updates, anime updates, etc., etc., etc. Believe me, I've been adding slides to this since this morning because there's been news since this morning. I'm like, come on, I can't keep up. All right, major news. You might have already been aware of this since January of this year. There's been an announcement of the reprints of the art book. In Japan, we're actually getting Blu-rays of the original 90s anime. Volume 1 is being released June next month on the 14th. Volume 2 comes out on August 9th of this year. There will be 23 episodes in each volume. They retail at 19,800 yen, roughly $200. Limited number will be in sleeves. There will be a new musical. And don't worry, all this stuff, we're moving on. I got more slides. I'll tell you more in detail. Yes, we're getting season 4 of Sailor Moon Crystal. And for those that are official Sailor Moon fan club members.
Who here are members?
Okay, what it is they first announced that the Japanese version of the fan club was continuing. So that's what they did. So here's the lovely Blu-rays of the 90s that will be coming out, as I mentioned earlier. This is an announcement for the Japanese fan club. Only in Japan you have to have a Japan address in order to be a member of the Japanese version of the fan club. Yes. Yes.
Do you have to pay to be a member?
Yes.
How much?
It's
50?
54. I think it was 54.
It's in the $50 range. I can't remember.
You can actually go to otakumode.com and just look up the information.
You can sign
need
up
these
via
links.
Otaku.
I'll shoot these links again over on the Family Moonlight Facebook page again. So, all right, we're gonna move on. For those who are members of the Sailor Moon fan club, you actually have this. You can access the app. There is official Sailor Moon app, and you can play Sailor Moon Crystal Puzzle. I am a member. If you guys are playing the game, you're welcome to add me. There is no limit of friends on this one. As the Sailor drops, you only get a total of 30, and you can only add 5 a day.
Didn't drops remove that limit?
Not yet.
I thought they did, or they increased it.
If they did, let me know because I've had tons of people keep adding me and I can't add them. I'm sorry. If you want to be my friend on Sailor Moon Drops, I'm going to have to delete my lovely friends here. I can't do that. Try telling the people who created Sailor Moon Drops, there should not be a limit of how many friends we can have.
That's fine.
We're Moonies. We can boast. We can share. All right. Moving on to merchandise. As we got our lovely.
All right, let me tell you.
You can talk about this.
Holy moly. I love these.
I get 2 swords.
Let's see.
One is already out.
Yeah, it's shipping soon, right?
No, it should be out now.
No, I don't have it yet.
Yeah,
It hasn't. Okay.
It's next month.
Yeah.
This is May. I haven't May.
Oh, it may just hadn't arrived yet.
Okay.
But anyway, so that one's come out, and then Neptune is coming out. We've got like June 2017. The really fun thing about these 2 figures, one, Uranus has both swords. She comes with both swords. I'm sorry, it's awesome for me. And for her. And the other thing, I don't know which one gets the base.
Neptune does.
Neptune comes with a second base, and they can be posed together. I know, right? And they're gorgeous. All of the crystal figs are gorgeous.
All right.
I'm getting it soon.
Getting soon. Oh yes, we got Saturn coming out in September of this year. Retails it's 6,480 yen, which is roughly $58.39 in US dollars. And then we have Mars coming out in September as well. 6,200 yen, which is $56.05. I have the links here. If you all need the links later, I can shoot these out through our Facebook for anywhere with Anime Moonlight. Oh yes. These are the actual Inner Senshi lipsticks. They come in 13 centimeter long by 3.9 centimeter by 2 centimeter. Anyways, they retail at 3,024 yen each. They're scheduled to be released next month. You can pre-order them through Bandai Japan. The information I got from here, if you go to Sailor Moon Collectibles, there's more information, but as you can tell, these have flavored, are they flavored? They have oil scents in them now. Like, you pull them out and they're lipsticks. Yeah.
And I just checked drop shoes, still only have 30.
It's still 30. Yeah, I didn't think they changed it yet. If you want to protest it, not protest, but just, whatever you want to do, just say, hey, we
Tell them.
We the developers.
All right, this was just recently announced as well. As you know, this is upside down. Oh, it is upside down. So, no, this is not a prize. I'm sorry. I just bought this weekend. Very good price. So, there's 2 vendors that I noticed in there, and I'm not sure if they're still there in there. I got this one at 105. So,
I think I saw Miss Health down there too.
yeah, there's the other one. I'm sorry. All right. The Kaleidoscope's down there too. This is a good dealer's room to find some stuff, but watch the prices. This is retail to come out in October. They're supposed to be
90.
Whatever. I can't do this.
A lot of yen.
There's a lot of yen, and I don't know the translation for this, but you can pre-order this through Bandai Japan now, or you can go through a Toko mode, which is where you can get the fan club, a membership there too. And
Is that the broad?
Yes! I haven't seen that yet.
that's the official one. And then this one here is, I'm not sure if these are currently out, but they're due to be out. They said late May. They should be out right now. They retail at 6,156 yen, roughly $62. All right. And then last night, these just post, Sam? What I'm indicating, these should have been on your wedding cake. These are.
I mean, you're not wrong.
A year ago, Naoko released official merchandise for those who want to get married. You can actually get official merchandise Sailor Moon license.
Only in Japan. It was only legal in Japan.
Yes. Yeah, I know, it's sad. And since it was so popular with the new artwork, they decided, and they just released this last night, this information. It's a 4-set wedding dress with Princess Serenity, Princess Endinium, Luna and Artemis in wedding flower collars, which is so adorable. They retail at 3,240 yen, roughly $29. They're set to ship in October of this year.
Do you want to get married again, babe?
Yeah.
I want a set of these regardless. They're so adorable. And then, who here knows Liz from Sailor Moon Meetup from Facebook? If you're in the meetup groups, and there's a Sailor Moon Meetup Facebook group online. Well, Liz is also a part of our staff for Family Moonlight. She's currently over in Japan. She just shoot over some pictures from the Sailor Moon Cafe. And so these are a couple pictures that she just she was there yesterday, which was today. They're 14 hours ahead of time. Yeah. So she shoot these over. She said, yes, you can share this. She said her drinks were around 780 yen and desserts were 1,040. I don't.
About $10.
Yeah. About $10? Okay.
Move the decimal over twice.
Gotcha.
That's what I do.
Alright. But that she just showed some pictures of what she ordered there. I told her she needs to bring some goodies back. I hope she does. This was announced really early this morning, and I had to add this slide this morning. Currently, technically, this happened today, but they're already in tomorrow. And who here is aware of the Summer Olympics is going to be in Tokyo, Japan in 2020? Okay. Who's aware that the official merchandise at Sailor Moon's all over every little merchandise for the Olympics? All right. As you notice, this is the original VA, Japanese voice actor of Yusaki, and she's also the voice in Crystal. She was there at a baseball game, and so she was holding the poster, and this is all the fans that were there that supposedly afternoon today-ish, and then they're just advertising. This is what some of the logos will be for the Olympics. So this information was posted from MissDream.org just recently. All right. Yes. Who here wants a Sailor Moon phone with a selfie stick? This is out on the market in China and Hong Kong only, but this company is known to bring this phone to the U.S. So we pray and do our Moony powers and all this, we might be able to have a Sailor Moon phone, maybe. Alrighty.
Fighting evil by moonlight, taking selfies by daylight. This is the phone for Sailor Moon. Chinese company Mitsu has just made every magical anime girl's dreams come true by releasing a special Sailor Moon edition of its Mitsu M8 phone. Not only does it come in a perfect pink design with our hero's image in gold and a case with a heart-shaped brooch, but there's also a moon selfie stick wand. Because when you're saving the world and protecting the silver crystal, you better snap a good pic of the moment for Instagram. Mitsu doesn't just make phones. You may know them as the company behind the selfie app that turns you into an anime character. Going full moon prison power is just a natural evolution of the company. Of course, if you get this phone, you'll have to do a twirling transformation dance every time you get a phone call. In the name of the moon, you'll be vanquishing about 3,000 Chinese yuan to own this phone, which, if you hate math, that equates to about $435. If Sailor Moon is not your style, though, Mitsu also is selling a Hello Kitty version of the M8. I'm Bridget Carey, and you can find more information on all the latest phones by going to cnet.com, and that means you.
All right.
Wait, what?
Yes, we get tabletop games.
Wait, what?
Love Sailor Moon, and we want to continue buying the official merchandise. We get good stuff. So as of this fall, we're going to get a dice challenge, truth or buff. Okay, and then sometime this summer, we're going to get a game. So this is just briefly some information here. As a reminder, if you guys want any of the links, just let us know, and we'll get those to you. All right. Does anybody have these in Japanese? We are actually getting this finally over here. You can start pre-ordering these now. In January, on January 30th, 2018, this will be translated. We do have the translations that are like this, based off, let me show you here. Let me show you the size here. This is the Japanese version. This is our version. Hold those two. Then we got the Perfect Collection. They're thick books, but they also have color prints in them. First volume comes out next year in January. And so you can pre-order on Amazon.com now. Or in Amazon. So yes, you ask, we get. So, and this was announced at you were not at, okay, for those who went to the Anime Missouri in Houston, Texas, right? There was, besides the musical cast being there, the producer for the manga, he was there, and he did the world of manga of Sailor Moon, and he announced that at the panel. So, and he's the one who announced that we could possibly get the musicals. Okay. Alrighty. Who here collects the pop figures? Alright. Yes. You asked for the outer senshis? We're getting them in October. And even though it says Chibi Moon with Luna, it's supposed to be Luna P. Alright. This was officially announced over on GameStop, so. And then Anybody went to ASEN just recently? No? Yes? There's going to be a Sailor Moon Day at Anime New York. I know this is not relevant to you, I'm just letting you know more and more conventions are doing Sailor Moon Days. We need more and more conventions like Animazement and some of our local conventions that need a Sailor Moon Day. You need to talk to your conventions and say, hey, go talk to Viz, we want Sailor Moon to come to our conventions. No, just letting you know, they'll be there in November.
SuperCon is having the voice actors, 2 voice actors from...
It's going to be Stephanie Shea and Amanda Miller.
All right, I am turning over the session over to Miss Cookie.
Yes. So musicals were a glorious thing. So they started them again in 2013, and they decided to go with French subtitles that coordinate with them. When I went there, this is a word. I got these are the program books, so they have like really good pictures in them.
It's a 2-hour panel.
These are flyers I got when I was in Japan. So like they hand these out for free, but then like people in America can't get them. So this is like come see the musical. But no, these are really cool because they have close-ups of the costumes. And like there's Queen Serenity.
For those who are wondering, this is a 2-hour panel, so you don't have to go anywhere, so it's okay.
And, so beautiful program books. So recently, Animazement in Houston had the whole musical cast from this one, Amore Eternal. They did a version of it, kind of like based around Houston, and I was actually able to meet most of the cast. I got some of their autographs, which makes me really happy. Here's me.
Yeah. I told you. I went to your Facebook page and I snapped your picture.
So
where am I pointing at?
I'll just get up. I can do that.
Would you like a sword?
Nah, she doesn't.
So
you just tell me where.
This picture down here is me with Saturn and Pluto, and then Pluto for the rest of the weekend kept flipping out because I made my own costume, and she's just like, hi. The tall one is Pluto. Oh, Pluto is such a dork. And then the top picture over there, that's me with Venus and Moon, and then that's me with Neptune, which is why I'm flipping out, and Mercury. And then they saw my tattoo, and Neptune flipped out of my tattoo, and I cried. Cried real tears. I couldn't even say words. I was just crying.
Somebody running away from
that was Shu. In the background, right on. That's Shu. That's the person who plays Uranus, and she was just doing this.
She's really shy in her life.
She's really shy. She does not like talking to people. She doesn't like her picture taken. She's like super shy. But they're all really nice. They, I really like the picture.
Do you want to see a clip?
You have a clip. Oh, there's the now. That's going to be the last one. They're going to take it to 3 cities in Japan, and I won't be able to cut any of the show because it's expensive. But
tell her
Cosmos. So the person who played Sailor Moon in the first 3 musicals, she graduated, which is what they say when they leave. She actually is going to come back and play Sailor Cosmos in this next one, which I think is super cool.
And we have a couple Cosmos cosplayers in here if they can stand up because they're gorgeous.
Yes. You guys are all so gorgeous.
Besides the 5-second clip we get in.
Well, I mean, she was like half in the manga, but the first so maybe they'll delve into her story a little bit more, so because people, and then like, oh my God, starlights!
All right, this is the original one.
Yeah, that's the original.
And then look at the costumes.
Look at how much better those costumes are in this new musical.
And if you have watched the Muse, I'm gonna not remember her name, but Taiki has been in musicals.
What? You're just like on a Ducati?
Yeah. Star.
She was Maker.
Star Maker was Rubius as well as Hawkeye.
New Mew. I don't know much better.
Yeah, New Mew. So she's actually come back on several musicals.
A lot of the Mew actors are returning from previous roles and coming up.
Do you want to see it? Yeah. It's actually the full one, but I'm going to show it to the list.
So here's
Japan ordered the attack on Houston. Their army moves the rebels with dark cloud, stealing everyone's early and beautiful dreams. As their dreams disappeared, they were replaced with dreams in the darkness. The rebels got bigger, feeding on the dark energy. No one was safe in their life. The cities of the mercy. Everyone will stay in peace. The day that brilliant, beautiful dreams are taken from you. The day of the dark world.
Now, Cookie's actually going to explain to you.
So the whole performance is on YouTube. Several people recorded, and it's a really good performance. And in the back, they put like this subtitles, so like even though it's performed in Japanese, you still know what's going on. But it's like,
is it? I don't think it's. Is it on?
Is it on?
Yeah. Is this thing on? There you go.
Okay, but they centered around Houston. It's really good. So you should just totally check it out on YouTube. It's superb. I actually the security guards weren't particularly doing their jobs, and they let people in to see the rehearsals. So on my boyfriend's phone, he's actually got recordings of like them rehearsing it, and just like their shoes and gloves, and it's really cool. And they kicked me out. They're like, "You're not supposed to be in here."
Where were you sitting at?
I was in the first row that they let non-VIP passes, so I was fairly close to because the stage is it has a runway, and so I was in the first row of seats from that runway. They had other seats like this.
Which side were you on, the right or the left?
I was on the right side.
So you were over here.
Yeah, I was really close.
How long was it?
It was about 30-ish minutes. It was a fair length. Oh, it was great.
And you said you went to the panel?
I did.
Please be seated.
normal Q&A panels, the con director actually had the con chair had his own questions that he asked them for 20 minutes, and then it was a photo shoot. So it was pretty cool though. Like they had good answers, and they posed really well. It was sad that they were only on stage for an hour.
Yeah, and
I wanted to touch them.
Another way. I was surprised. I watched the whole thing. I was surprised how it was. I was like, this is not normal. You're welcoming them for the first time in the U.S. and you went to Houston, Texas.
Yeah, I mean, I figured Houston because it was more of a centralized place. I mean, it's not West Coast.
And maybe it was a timing situation, finding an event at the time.
Yeah, and it had to be timed because they will be starting. They're probably already starting rehearsals for the next musical already. And I know Yuta is a huge Takarazuka star, so she does her own stuff. The person who plays Tuxedo Mask is a huge star in Japan. Like she's the biggest thing. Like if you see this promotional material, you have all of the Sailor Senshi, and then Tuxedo Mask has his own side because he's the more important than Sailor Moon. Definitely.
In Japan, at least.
So, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, moving on. Who here owns any of the Sailor Moon crystals? Box set just came out in February of this year. And you do get, if you ordered it through Right Stuff, you get a sun catcher. Here's this one. This one came from the first one. All right. Moving on. For those who went to the R movie, you can actually own the Blu-ray DVD combo pack now. It just came out in April. I'm not going to comment on the art. I'm not going to go there, so. You can actually currently pre-order part 2 of Sailor Moon S, and it comes out June 20th. And it's supposed to come with some special limited prizes. Right Stuff has yet to announce what they're going to give with it. It's either going to be a coin or art cards or something. I'm not sure. They haven't announced it. I looked on there last night. I didn't see anything on there yet. But as you notice, the blanket is actually the cover art. Alrighty. You can still watch Sailor Moon Crystal on Hulu, Crunchyroll, and Neon Alley. Oh yeah, I think it's the same thing as Hulu. But they did, as we've been saying along, season 4 is a go. We just do not, as of yet, we do not have a date. There's rumors that it won't come out until next year, but those are just rumors. We could get it this fall, you never know. We're only in the month of May. They won't start announcing anything until like July, if anything, and we might get it in September, who knows. But I'm only saying that based on what happened last year. The reason why there might be a delay could be that one of the voice actors had recently passed away last year. Yusaki's mother. So they were probably recasting her. And they were working on some artwork. So that's my only guess, but we are going to get a season 4 sometime soon. Alright, I had several fans ask me where to buy the original dub of the classic 90s anime. It's out of print.
Donate these.
It doesn't exist. I brought some of my box sets. Sometimes I don't know if you can see them underneath, but you can still purchase the official box sets on eBay. Just be careful on the pricing. You can still get them. Just be careful because there's some companies that want to put all of them on there. The way you can tell is based on the artwork and the design of how they show the posting. This is not.
Yeah.
It's probably. No, they're out there. They're out there.
They might be down there.
They're down there. No, here's one. This is official. Oh, this is official. And those are official. Yeah.
There we go. That's right here.
I recently just bought the rest of them at Shootercon just recently. So, Shootercon is in Lansing, Michigan. It's usually in March of each year. So, that was my last convention I went to. Anybody in the audience that went to it recently? Probably not. It's okay. I also had a question where to watch the original dub in the classic 90s. Currently Viz has official rights to stream them online. As for the Deke, I went and searched, and I'm not going to recommend you guys to do this because you could get in trouble. It's NYAA. They were taken down as of May 1st because of a UK law. They're currently back up with a different URL, temporary. But you can actually watch them on watchsailormoon.com. You can watch all of them there. I don't recommend it because you don't want to get in trouble with the law, but at the same time, you can still watch all of them there. All the episodes from 1 to 166, I believe. So the ones that came out. Yeah, that's Super Gentlemen.
That's all they dubbed.
They dubbed it to Super. So Stars they did not dub, but you can. That was the Japanese with fan subs on there. And then this is who I was referring to, Fighter for Love fan subs. That's where I got the attack codes from. But if you do need these links, you can always reach out to me. Did you have any questions regarding those, or yes? Yes.
I have looked on eBay too, response to the original Sailor Moon merchandise, you know, like for the Deke, because I grew up on that when I was little, so of course I want to get the original versions of it. And whenever I look, all I see is big numbers like like 100 up.
Correct.
It just, I mean, I love Sailor Moon, but it's a lot of money, and I wish I could find other places that have it for a little less, but it's hard to find.
It's probably because it's out of print, and these people that are trying to sell it on eBay, they're trying to make money off it. Technically, they're not supposed to be. I unfortunately was able to get the ADV box sets when they first came out. These I got from a friend of mine, but if you do purchase them online, I did see the large numbers on there, but it's the way how you search on eBay and how you put the wording in there for Sailor Moon. You're able to find them on there because there are some people on eBay, they don't realize what they're selling and they put it down dirt cheap and you're like, what?
Go to Goodwill's, go to yard sales.
Yeah, we had somebody give us some VHSs that he found at Goodwill.
Yeah.
Is the ADV actual, like, the actual, like, first up before they dubbed it?
No, it's just the Japanese.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
No, they're just, yeah. Any other questions? Yes, in the back.
Are the new reprints of the original Sailor Moon series include the bonus Japanese episodes that were not aired in America?
Yes, the redubs.
Yes,
Yeah, the new dubs have the unaired Japanese versions. They are now they have been dubbed by Viz. The sub is online on Hulu, but the dub only some episodes are on there. But they have the Japanese episodes up.
Viz has rights to everything. They have everything, and so when you purchase these box sets with them, they have both the Japanese and the dub on there.
Yeah. But it's the missing Japanese episodes that never aired here.
They do have those. Yes, those have been confirmed because they have all. When they said they have them all, they have them all. They're yet to translate the like specials and the rest of the movies. They were testing out the first movie to see how well it would do. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do with the two other movies and see if we're going to get a theater release on those. Those will be nice. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, this is who passed away a year ago. She died of breast cancer. All right. Wait a minute. All right. We're going to do a little bit of trivia contest. What is the name of? Can you pronounce your character's name? Michiru. Michiru is a violin. You can raise your hand if you know. Yes.
Marine.
Can you repeat that again?
Marine Cathedral.
Yes. And she gets. Wait. Seyia, go ahead and give her the phrase. There's a history about the trivia contest. Back in 2005, when I was doing a test panel at OhioCon, one of my fellow Pretty Garden and Sailor Moon websites, she came up with some questions, and we went ahead and started a trivia contest on that. All right. Question number 2. What was Amy's Three Lights fan club number in card color. Which one went up first? Did you pay attention?
No.
She's really, go for it, go for it.
Wasn't she number 5 with a gold card?
3 more? What was it? It was
5 with the gold card.
Yes. Oh, 25 with the gold card.
I was gonna say, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, go ahead. Don't say those two. All right. Which character did Naoko first design as a cyborg? Yes. All right. Why is Tuxedo Mask wearing a tux? Yes.
Because I've actually seen the series before, I'm pretty sure that the whole reason why is because originally Prince Endymion wore a tux with a cape and armor around it when him and Neo and Princess Serenity actually first met.
I think so. That was the reason.
Oh, it's inspired by.
It was inspired by. All right. Is this my bonus question? No. What do we work on? What is the name of Ray's family shrine?
Who has their hand up first?
He did.
He did.
The Hikawa Shrine.
Yes.
What does it translate to?
Nerd.
It's the Fire River Shrine.
All right, I'm skipping through. Did anybody go to the Silver Millennium Master Ray Ball?
I knew someone would.
Yeah, I knew folks that went.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bruno Krabs made those. Okay. I challenge all Moonies this convention season to increase your gatherings and photo shoots at our local conventions.